Hello, this is Lance Tarochione, technical agronomist with DeKalb Asgrow in West Central Illinois, coming to you today from a wet, soggy cornfield in Logan County, Illinois. Looking at a field here today that was planted pretty early for the area, went in about 3 weeks ago, and this corn is today approaching the V3 stage. We've got 2 true leaves out. The third leaf is about halfway out, so V2.5, if I could say that. I took these plants from the ponded, saturated area that you see out behind me. This area was fairly fortunate, only received about 3.5 inches of rain, which sounds crazy to say only 3.5 inches, but compared to some of the places that have had 6+, 3.5 is kind of nice. These plants were actually nearly submerged. Probably a few hours ago they were submerged. I took these out just to show the health and appearance of these plants. These plants are still doing fine. Corn can stand being underwater for several days at this stage of growth, considering how cool we are. The cool conditions are actually kind of a blessing to corn that has to survive in an anaerobic environment. Can get by with a lot less oxygen when it's very cool. Actually, when I was digging these plants out of the water and out of the mud, it's warmer than the air is today. So our soil temperature conditions have dropped below 50 degrees in a lot of areas, and those cool conditions are actually going to help these plants survive the wet, saturated soil conditions. So we're going to talk in another video about corn that was planted more recently than this that has not emerged yet, which is probably more where the concern lies. But if you are worried about emerged corn that's in ponded areas and fields, that crop, assuming that water gets off in the next few days, probably going to come through that just fine. Will probably get a little ugly and not look quite as good as it does today or did last week, but those plants should remain healthy and be okay in that situation. And we'll talk in another video more about what the status is on corn that has not emerged yet.